What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color. On today's episode, we are taking a deep dive into Bambulab's PLA Basic in red. So one of the things that I'm not particularly thrilled about with Bambulab's refillable packaging is the fact that it has this sticker that goes right over the seal. It is very annoying because it's just not conducive to actually getting open. Like, you have to get a actual knife in order to get that seal broken. So just one of those little tidbits that I'm just find of as annoying. So Bamboo, if you're watching, I'd really appreciate a shift there. But anyway, as you can see, this is the refill for the refillable spool. So it does help to have that refilled, that spool out and ready when you get this open. So we're going to go ahead and get this open. They do have little tabs, but for whatever reason, I did not see them when I got this open. So we're going to use that knife slicing tool in order to get this all out of this plastic bag. But as you can see, with Bamboo Labs PLA, like most of their filament, or almost all of their filament, they have a RFID tag, and so you can utilize that in order to use their settings for that, and also to manage your filament in your filament library. That's a new part of their suite. Anyway, as you can see, it has this little tab there, which you align with the refillable spool and make sure that it is flush against the spool, because if not, you're going to have a bad time considerably later. It has happened to me. Just something to just double check, and will save you a lot of headache down the line. Anyway, so one of the things we do is we align both of these, get that sticker out of there, just as a, honestly, just as a slight precaution. And we attach this and align it. So make sure that it is locked in place, because, again, sometimes it doesn't, and that does create headaches down the line. Anyway, we have to get out these four little tabs that keep the spool together in transit. Will take a hot moment because of, just my own ability to get this open. But overall, I'd say, a lot of this stuff with Bamboo Labs, if you get the full filament with the spool, you don't actually have to go through this. But because I happen to have a bunch of these refillable spools from various other projects, it works out to save me a little bit of money and be able to, share this review with you. But in this time while I'm trying to get this all open, if you have a filament that I haven't reviewed and would like me to, leave a comment down below. There's been plenty of times where I've looked into filaments that I wouldn't even be considering because somebody commented on a post. So that's just something to kind of be aware of as you look forward to it. Anyway, we're going to get this sticker off hopefully very quickly, and put on the new sticker, which has the PLA Basic. You really don't technically have to do this. It's just sometimes good if you're juggling a bunch of different filaments in your filament library in order to have. So just something which can be useful in that regard. Anyway, as you know, here at Legal Automations, we always dry our filament for at least 6 hours. So we're going to go ahead and stick this in filament dryer, and I will see you back here shortly. All right. So if you're new here, one of the things we always do is work with a printout of generic benchy and generic filament settings. In this case, generic PLA. Should take just shy of 45 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get that sliced up and all the other test prints. And here they are. So this is the generic benchy. There is a touch of stringing and a little bit of deformation there at the front of the benchy. But overall, I'd say pretty good. Next up, we have the dimensional cube. This is printed 40 by 40 by 40 millimeters cubed in spiral Voss mode. Everything looks fine. No real major issues as far as I can tell. So that's good to see. Next up, we have the temperature tower. And the temp tower for this one, the best one, I would say, is 200 degrees. Much like many of Bambulab's PLAs, they're pretty good and be able to work with a wide range, but I recommend 200 degrees for this one. The retraction test looks perfect. No stringing or globbing, or no stringing or anything like that, which is great to see. Next up, we have the max volumetric speed test. And so this worked out at 20 millimeters cubed per second without any sort of deformations or anything, loss of quality or anything like that. Next up, we have the overhang test. So the overhang test did fail. For whatever reason, failed at about 40 degrees, as you can see there. Just something to be on the lookout for if you're looking at working with this filament. Sometimes it will lift and cause an issue. So next up, we got those things dialed in and we reprinted that benchy. Overall, I'd say pretty good. No real loss of quality. There was some stuff that apparently was still on the build plate for whatever reason. Not entirely sure what's up with that, but yeah, basically overall, I'd say pretty good. No real other issues other than that. Anyway, at time of filming, you can pick this up over at Bamboo Labs, their website, for less than $11 a spool, provided that you are buying multiple spools and the refillable thing. So that's just something to be on the lookout for because it's their anniversary sale. Overall, my thoughts on this one is that it's very good. I like Bamboo Labs PLA basic. Hadn't had any problems with it. It's great to see in this vibrant red color. It's really amazing, and for less than $11 a spool, like, that's a pretty good deal if you're provided you're buying in bulk. So that is the caveat, and the refillable spools. So anyway, if that's been Bamboo Labs PLA Basic in red. If you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the nice YouTube things, share with your friends. It goes a very long way, as I'm a relatively new channel. Anyway, this has been Higgins with Legal Automations. Hope to see you back here at the next full review. Thanks.